Hi, I'm, who am I? I can't remember, hold on a second. Eric Nuzum, and I wrote a book. It's not the post-birthday party world. It's called The Dead Travel Fast, Stalking Vampires from Nosferatu to Count Chocula. My book started off at a breakfast table, my breakfast table, not just any random breakfast table, my house, where I was eating Count Chocula cereal. And who am I looking at? Am I looking at you or am I looking at you?
You can look at me.
I'm gonna look at you.
You're
right, okay. Yeah. No offense to you, but I'm gonna look at her. She's better looking than you are. So I'm at my breakfast table and I'm eating Count Chocula cereal. And I am watching the TV news, just kind of slowly, just kind of eating cereal as I kind of dazedly look at the television. And on comes a story about President Bush and how he was condemning energy vampires, which are the wall warts or cell phone chargers that draw power but don't actually charge anything. They just kind of drop power. So I'm eating this cereal, I'm seeing this, and I look down at the magazine that's laying on the table. It's Rolling Stone, and it's open to an ad for a vodka that has some woman who's wearing nothing except a pair of fangs, I think, and wrapped up in red velvet. And she has some fangs and says to drink in the night. I just go, huh. And I go, how come it's like July and I'm seeing 3 references to vampires in front of me in like 5 minutes? How can this happen?
So Eric took it as a sign and drank up as much vampire culture as he could. No, literally, he drank his own blood. That's all in the book, a book he's out promoting at Olson's bookstore in Crystal City.
It was a very laid-back question and answer session between myself and Eric, outlining some of the, not the finer points, but definitely the broader points to try to gather a little more interest around a subject a lot of people know about or think they know about, but probably don't know all the intricacies. Vampires. Eric spent 2.5, 3 years following, studying, figuring out the ins and outs of the vampire world.
I just kind of just follow things, and I think the thing that makes The Dead Travel Fast an unusual book is it's really a book about a book. It's really a book about the process of researching and finding vampires. So you experience things kind of in the book in a very meta first-person way, where I'm kind of going through these things and going to crusty libraries have all sorts of expensive stuff in it and rare stuff, and I go on these trips with people and I meet these unusual characters in these bizarre locations, and you're kind of right there with me as I experience it, and you're learning kind of what I learned at that time. You know, I decided in the book when I was researching it that I wanted to go to Romania, where Transylvania is. So I said, oh, I think I'll do that. And I bet there's a tour that will take me, so I won't have to navigate this all on my own. And so I signed up for this tour and then found out that Butch Patrick, who played Eddie Munster on the Monsters, was the celebrity host, which basically meant he came along and took everybody out every night and drank till like 4 in the morning and then slept the rest of the day. But so did half the other people on the tour, so it's nothing against him. The thing about any kind of cultural entity that has fanatics, whether it's baseball cards or it's vampires or it's Rachel Ray, you have the people that attach themselves to this and usually really use it to define who they are. You know, they're amazing, interesting people. And I find that when I would just find these people who were passionate about something, I would just kind of ask them, sit down and kind of take them seriously. Like, you know, you like Rachel Ray, let's talk about Rachel Ray. And I don't really, it's not patronizing, it's not trying to kind of make fun of somebody. Lots of funny things happen in my book. Funny things happen, there's a joke on every page. That's 236 jokes. But lots of funny things happen, but usually they're one of 2 things. It's me either doing stupid things and kind of making fun of myself, or it's just being in situations where bizarre and funny things happen. And so I'm sitting there and I look around and I look over, and off to the side of the building, right about like almost where that guy's standing, I saw an outline of a body, a person. And it was like standing between 2 bushes right at the edge of the building. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, hello, hello, hello. And the cars would drive on the side streets and the lights would shine in, and I would think I wasn't seeing something. And then after a while, I looked back again, and it obviously moved out from the bushes. I could see it. And I said, you know, who are you? What's going on here? I'm leaving, and I think I was home in about 4 seconds. If I write to kind of make sense of the world around me and for fun and to have an excuse to take adventures. And I think that if people are going to spend a serious amount of time reading a book, whether it's 5 hours or 20 hours or whatever it takes, that they walk away from it feeling that they understand the world a little differently, or that things are different than they initially appeared to be. And otherwise, if they're going to spend that much time with me, I want them to have fun. So I think that that's kind of my big motivator, is that if someone's going to spend time wasting their time on me, that they at least walk away with a chuckle or have some fun with it.
Eric's book, The Dead Travel Fast, is in bookstores now.
Just buy the book. It's really good.